Professor Smith here, doing an example of performing an example of Word Chapter 1 Capstone Assessment. I'm sitting at the student interface for a number of topics, but I'm looking at Word, so I'm going to click the Word file, Chapter 1, and I'm going to scoot down to Word Chapter 1. I said Capstone Assessment, but the people from Pearson, my IT lab, are starting to call these cumulative assessments, agriculture. Let's take a look about how I perform this task of the capstone assessment or the cumulative assessment. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to download the materials. I'm going to download all files. Can I download them individually? Yes. It creates some problems. I recommend you download all files, put them into one folder. Download. Where do you want to download them? I want to place them out on this drive in a file. I'm going to create a new folder. New folder called Word01 Cumulative Assessment. So I know where to find it. Preview steps, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to find that folder by looking at Windows Explorer. I think I placed it on the Toshiba drive. And I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to extract files, and it says it wants to add an additional directory on it. I don't want that, okay? I gotta have enough directories. Cumulative assessment. Yeah, that's the folder I want in. And I go, and it created from the compressed file a number of new files. Okay, I got it. One of which, if I move this, expand the field, is the instructions, and they're written in Word. So I'm going to open up the instructions in Word. I'm going to save this as a rich text file with the same names. And I'm going to browse and put it back in the cumulative assessment folder as an RTF file. It's just the way I want to do it. You don't have to do this. I'm going to close this file, and I'm going to open it again. Notice it has a small W icon. This rich text formatted file, I'm going to open it with WordPad. WordPad is an old version of Microsoft Word dating back to Windows 95 or 98. Okay, I'm good with that. Now I'm going to take Word and I'm going to open in that Word01 Cumulative assessment program. I'm going to look at this and see, I see the instructions. I'm going to open the agricultural file. And it says protected view. I don't want to protect it. Department of Agriculture. And it says that my name, which seems to be student, not Smith, going to enable editing. And I'm going to save this file because I want to for posterity. ORIG for the original file. I'm adding that onto the name. Whoa. Then I'm going to close the file because I'm never going to make changes. And I'm going to open up the one that is just entitled Agriculture on the end. I'm sitting here at step 1. I've downloaded the file and saved the copy of it off with a different name. I'm going to display non-printing characters. So I touched the Show Hide button. I think I did. I thought I turned it on. And I see a little paragraph indicator at the end. So I think I've completed display non-printing characters. Insert text from careers.docs in the blank paragraph at the end of the file. Okay. So if this is a paragraph indicator, here's the blank file. I'm going to left click in front of that reverse P to indicate that I'm at the file. I could also type in the Microsoft Windows shortcut Control End. I will also wind up there. I'm going to insert a text file located in the Word1 Cumulative Assessment folder called Careers at that point. I'm going to click Insert. And now I've finished step 2 in the instructions. I'm moving on to step 3. Scroll to the top of the page. Okay, I just scrolled to the top of the page. Apply heading 2 style to the paragraph heading About. Oh, okay. Click Home. I see Styles. I see heading 2. Okay, so I know what I have to do. I drag over About and I click heading 2 style. Okay. Apply heading 2 style to the paragraph headings Research Careers. Oh, okay. Let's find Research heading 2, Careers heading 2. What's next? Modify the heading 2 styles to a font color of black text 1, row column 1, and a font size of 16. Oh. So I touch heading 2 and click Options. No, that didn't work. Heading 2 styles. Somewhere here, there's Modify. Let's blow this whole thing up, okay? Create a style, apply styles, clear formatting. how do I modify a style? There it is. Little arrow to the right of modify. I click modify. Okay. Make this smaller so I can read the instructions. Heading 2, modify. Modify the heading to a font color and a font size. Font color, black text 1, and a font size, it says nothing about changing the font itself, a font size of 16. Click OK. Yeah, the text turned black and it became larger. So I finished step 3, and I'm going to save that as an example. I'm going to close this. I no longer need to see the instructions. Download the materials. I'm finished. I didn't have to preview the steps. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's just a repeat of the instructions that I downloaded. Choose a file to upload. I'm going to go to Chiba, Cumulative Assessment. I look at these files, instructions, original, that's the compressed file. Here it is. And I click open. There's the file. I'm going to upload it. And I'm going to submit for grading. And I need to be patient here. I'm not going to close this. And it says, oh, you scored 20%. Professor Smith. Well, I only did 3 steps. So I click these 3 little dots and say View Submissions. Submission 1, of which I have 3. It says, oh, step 1, you got 0 points out of 0 points. Not a big deal. Step 2, 9 points out of 9 points. Step 3, 11 points out of 11 points. All the rest, you got a big 0. An important point here is, if I click this little arrow here, I will see a greater delineation of the error field. I got 0 out of 9 for step 4. Of course, I haven't done it, but I got 0 out of 2, 0 out of 4, and 0 out of 3, which totals out to be 0 out of 9. Okay, so I know my score, and I'm going back to course materials. Like I said, I'm going to go to notifications, and then the course materials. I'm having difficulty with this computer going to course materials directly. And that's the end of the lesson.